This presentation of The Beer Next Door is brought to you by Town Square Media and Keeler in the Morning on WIBX 950 AM.
110 years ago, New York State was, the leading hop growth area of the U.S. It was, very vibrant industry. There was a blight that really had a dramatic impact on it, followed by prohibition, which, what the blight didn't take care of, prohibition took care of the rest.
When I started here about 6 years ago, if we used all New York hops, we would use the entire New York hop crop in about 3 or 4 days. Today, with the increase in hop growing, we would get a couple weeks before we'd use up the entire hop crop for New York State.
During the 1800s and early 20th century, hops fields were harvested by hand. Today, machines get the job done faster, but the folks at Saranac have turned back the clock for what has become a fun community event.
This is the 4th year that we've partnered with Jim and done a hop picking event. And so we have about 400 people here today that have showed up to pick hops and drink some beer and eat some hamburgers, hot dogs, and help us harvest the hops.
I'm a home brewer. I've never picked fresh hops before. They usually come in a little bag and little pellets. And I like Saranac beer, and it seemed like a fun way to spend an afternoon.
My lovely wife brought me here today to drink beer and pick hops. That's what I'm doing, in that order.
My brother and I go to Saranac a lot, and we saw this opportunity and thought it'd be fun to be a part of the experience. It's been good. A lot of nice people and music, food, beer.
18 different varieties here. Some of them are just small batches, but the 18 varieties include 6 heirlooms that go back to 1850. And because the brewery was begun in 1888, some of our varieties were actually grown and in use at the time when the brewery started, and undoubtedly some of them went into the brewery back West End Brewing Company way back in the day.
Jim has an acre of hops that he grows for us, and then we turn them into a delicious beer, and then we'll have a big party.
Every year we manage to put something together that is a surprise. This is a magnificent night because the beer, once again, is magnificent.
Saranac Immortality is part of our High Peak series. They can be 4 flavored beers. It's about 7.5%. It's a nice amber color. It's brewed with all New York hops. Some Centennial and Cascade are the primary hops that we use, and they're all harvested in Bridgewater, New York. For us, it's a neat opportunity to work with a local ingredient. Unfortunately, it's only once a year.
I said to Jim tonight, this is my favorite beer brew of the ones that we've done over the last 4 years. And he pointed out, well, Fred, you said that every year. And I have to say that's true. We have said it every year. The beer every year has been great. The hops have been great. And this has been a great partnership with Jim. It's local, it's New York State, and we're going to continue this for a lot of years to come.